The three of you are either running your own business or at the top of your businesses. So given what you've said about differing cultures, how are you shaping the culture and environments in the organisations you're leading?
Well, I think you do that through communication and you have a clear strategy. Most people, whether you're male or female running a business today, don't have short-term goals, but actually without a long-term strategy, your business dies. And in addition to that, as a leader of business, you want lifelong learning, you want to be able to contribute, you want to be able to communicate that well. I think the key thing in business today is that everybody within the organisation must know, where is this business going, what's my individual role within that business, and if I make and help make my company a success, what's my reward? And I think those are the things that people are communicating, and they do that through, I mean, I know Nicola and I, because we know each other, we do have that much more flat level of structure. I always say to people who start their career at Birmingham, where you start is where you start, but where you end up is where you want to end up. So be able to cross bridges. And equally in my business, I think it's very important that everybody shares in the one passion, the one dream. And that means that everybody has to job swap with everybody else, that everybody really understands the culture of the business, the environment of the business, and understands other people's pressures and responsibilities and can equally sympathise with them whilst understanding their own. So it creates a very dynamic team atmosphere, a really clear vision of what your rewards are going to be, absolutely understanding what the business, where the business is going and the key part that you're playing in that drive.
Does that mean you look for a particular sort of person, or will the environment mould the person to thrive in that environment? Nicola?
No, well, actually, I think the best teams are those where you have diversity in terms of culture and educational background, where you have men and women, and people with different backgrounds, because it's really essential, actually, in a really productive team to have an element of conflict. Now, you don't want conflict to be so great that the whole thing falls apart. But the thing is, if you were to have a team made up of all Karrens or all Nicolas or all Sallys, then it wouldn't succeed. You have to have different viewpoints. And as a leader, I mean, I've been in a very fortunate position because as a fund manager, I analyse companies and I've got to meet all the leaders of our biggest businesses, not just in the UK, but in the US and in various parts of the world. And at the same time as analysing those businesses, I've made a mental note of why I think those businesses have succeeded and what it is that has made that particular management team successful. And the conclusion that I've come to is that the firms that really succeed are the ones that are led by people who are confident enough in their own skills to recruit people who are at least as good as them and preferably better. It's those people who surround themselves with real talent that succeed, not those people who surround themselves with yes men. And so that is absolutely key. And as I said, you've got to have diversity within your team, cultural diversity, gender diversity, any other type of diversity such that it succeeds. And also a real feeling in that environment that those people can have their say, that it's expected that they have their say, that they're making a contribution, driving the business forward. Yeah, and that's true. But on the other hand, somebody does have to be the first amongst equals, because consensus-driven decisions are often not the right decisions. So I think as a truly good leader, you surround yourself with good people, you listen to what they say, and then you formulate a policy, and then, as Karren says, you communicate that, you get buy-in from everybody, and then you move forward. But there has to be somebody who's providing the vision and the leadership.